This is a perfect example of consumerism disguised as mom goals. Notice that it says
I just found out that we got toilet paper that comes in different colors, in shades, in designs. That's what I learned from this TikTok. That was a bright blue toilet paper right there. And now this one has roses. Like, where do you even find this shit?
Ain't never seen tears from a gangster, so why don't you want me to cry?
Consumerism has gone too far. Hey, this video is by your boy 4D Shams. We ain't react to one of his videos in a minute. You know what I'm saying? He just posted this one recently, so let's go ahead and dive right in. What in the world? This has to be
right
like
now,
Black Friday.
You might be asking, 4D, where are these people running off to? Where are they going in such a hurry? Because the way they're running in these flocks, it must be some sort of emergency or a life or death situation. If that was your initial guess, sorry to disappoint you, but you're not even close. The real reason these people are running like some titans off of AOT is because of everyday items. These big brands will drop these items that, if we look at from a practical use standpoint, are just regular everyday items, and then they'll glamorize these items by labeling them rare drop, limited edition, exclusive, collectible. Whole time is just a cup with a different design. And I know what you might be thinking, everybody clap it up for 4D, he just learned what marketing is. I can appreciate the power and the influence that a good marketing campaign has. But the way some of these people act for items that they don't even necessarily need leads me to believe that the only viable answer is that they got a couple things wrong up here. Because what do you mean to tell me people are doing all of this over a bear-shaped Starbucks cup?
You're watching people in New
Yo,
Jersey
crashing
celebrating
out
each
at
other, trying to
Starbucks
get
is
their hands on
wild.
Starbucks' newest holiday product. This is their new 20-ounce glass barista cup.
And you know, if this was teenage or preteen girls arguing over these cups, I would somewhat understand. But no, these are grown adults, fully mature.
Are you gonna be crashing out over a glass Starbucks bear cup? As a grown adult? Hey.
Supposedly fully cognitively developed adults risking life and limb for some plastic cups.
Oh my god. Oh. How stressful. Oh my god.
Bro.
I'm sorry, but there's no way you should be this out of breath just from running from the entrance of the store to the Starbucks, which is usually located.
Bro, the way that she's saying, oh my gosh, you would think that she just hit the lottery or something, bro. Like,
Close to the entrance. Maybe you need a layback on the sugary Starbucks drinks.
guys, oh my god, I did it!
Guys, oh my god, she did it! She got a plastic cup in the shape of a bear. I wonder, where have I seen this design before? She honestly could have took one of these honey bottles, stuck a straw in there, and she would have skipped all this hassle. Starbucks really brought the copy my homework but don't make it obvious meme to life. And you know, I've never had a Stanley Cup before, but maybe I need to get one. Maybe there's something magical about them that I'm missing out on. Maybe they add a little bit of extra flavor or extra boost to the drink that goes inside. Because that's the only way I can explain grown men going to war with little girls over insulated cups.
Can I grab something out of your hand? Because they tried to grab something out of my child's hand.
Yeah.
That's all I'm holding.
I was running.
Running.
And she's like, this is all they have. And I said, no, they're right here. And then she tries to take mine. And I said, no.
Girls, you did it. Let me see him. Let's see him. In your pajamas, up since 6 o'clock in the morning, and they got him. They got their Alpha Buzz.
Yeah, so these little girls are definitely gonna be elite consumerists in a couple years. And the crazy part is when it comes to these Stanley Cups,
bro, the collection, it gotta be a female thing. It has to be. Like, even I can tell you right now, my mom and my sisters are obsessed with cups. I don't know what it is. I think it's really just like a female thing. Like, for real, they are obsessed with cups. It's like they gotta have them all, bro. Just let them have them all. If you don't know what to get your girl, buy her a cup, bro. There you go.
consumerist aspect isn't just the purchasing of multiple Stanley Cups that do the same thing. It's in the multitude of ridiculous accessories that people purchase after. Prep my Stanley to go for a quick walk. Why do you need this to go for a walk? Okay, Ice, you're drinking soda on a walk, because that makes so much sense. Are those tampons? Why do you need 5 tampons to go on a walk? Candy, sour strips. Well, this walk obviously isn't for health. You're probably sightseeing or something, because there's no way you need all this stuff to go on a walk. And of course,
Obviously, you know, this TikTok right here is for content, but who made this? Like, they got the bowl to go around the Stanley Cup. You got the sides for your snacks and all that. They thought everything out. Every possible outcome that you could use this thing for.
specialized bag that accommodates her Stanley and her Labubu. This right here is what we call a consumerism final boss. Pack my Stanley with me to go on a walk. Okay, Ice, okay. See, that makes sense for a walk. Water, okay. Sure, why not?
Bruh, they have a book bag for the Stanley Cup. I seen it all. I seen it all, bruh. They got a book bag for the Stanley Cup.
Need its own separate bag?
This is a perfect example of consumerism disguised as mom goals. Notice that it says her toddler chose Stitch as the bathroom theme just this week. And I know she's not bluffing because I went to her page and saw that.
I'm sorry, bro, but all this stuff isn't for the kid. Let's be honest. At this point, this is completely performative. She wants people to say, oh my God, you're such a good mom.
She redecorated with a Minnie Mouse theme just last week. And I'm sorry, we're not setting up the toddler for excelling.
So you're telling me you're doing this week by week, like a different theme every week? More than likely, this kid is gonna turn out to be a spoiled brat. And it's probably gonna be because their parents taught them to be that way. Because the only way this kid would be requesting a new theme every week and thinking that's just okay is if their parents allowed it. So at this point, it really just becomes a learned behavior.
I just found out that we got toilet paper that comes in different colors, in shades, in designs. That's what I learned from this TikTok. That was a bright blue toilet paper right there. And now this one has roses. Like, where do you even find this shit?
In real life, when this is their expectation. A toddler needs consistency, not their bathroom decorated with brand new shiny toys and trinkets every week. And weekly is just insane to me. Like, how much money is going down the drain, literally and figuratively. I literally change my shower curtain once a decade. And the Chanel perfume and spraying the Chanel.
I can't, bro. Spraying Chanel perfume on the toilet seat. Brief intermission, y'all. I'm here with an opportunity for y'all to make money doing something you probably already do. Play games on your phone. And I already see it now. Someone's gonna be in the comments.
Sorry, Shams. I gotta skip it. I gotta skip it, bro.
Instead of doom scrolling all day, go ahead and make y'all some money.
This is hundreds, if not thousands of dollars just on toothbrush holders and themed towels. Also, most toddlers would not care less about matching shower curtains and soap dispensers. They just want bubbles and to call it a day. And
No, seriously, and if they do, it's definitely a learned behavior influenced by their parents, because toddlers aren't innately born wanting all these things. People have gone from purchasing from a place of need to purchasing in pursuit of a dopamine hit.
I will never, ever, ever, ever be depressed again. I will never be depressed again. I'm always going to be slay, and I'm always going to be sexy. I will never be sad and miserable ever again.
It's literally become like an addiction. I believe the term is retail therapy. People shopping to cheer themselves up, feel a hit of dopamine, to feel happy. And it's honestly become too evident that these manufacturers and companies are well aware of this. Because that's the only way they would have the audacity to charge these type of prices for a plastic bear-shaped bottle.
$50K. $50,000. 50 Rex. 50 bands. For a glass bear with a beanie. Lost your mind. You have lost your mind.
But honestly, I don't even know why I'm surprised when we had stuff in the past like the Supreme brick, which was a brick with the word Supreme engraved on it. That was
I know niggas was not buying Supreme bricks, bro. I know niggas was not buying Supreme bricks, bro. You bought a Supreme brick, didn't you? I know you bought a Supreme brick. Your hype beats ass.
For hundreds to thousands of dollars. And oh yeah, let's not forget the Balenciaga trash bag, or the Bear Bricks, or the Labubus. And you might be thinking, who would actually buy these items? There's no way that there are people who are actually gullible enough to fall for this, right? Wrong. You guys don't realize the chokehold that consumerism has on some people, especially people in the fashion community.
Walk me through your fits, tell me how much everything costs.
I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all fashion niggas must be stopped. Seriously. A lot of y'all fashion niggas must be stopped. This nigga got the motherfucking Lego built ass legs right here. The Lego Ninjago ass feet right here. Like, what? There's no way that he's walking. He ain't walking in this, bro.
$2 AirPods, 300 dick pill chains, 150 each. Thermal, dollar store, 200. Free glove, pants, 500. And the boots, unreleased AVAV runway shoes, 10 racks.
Unreleased grimy hoodie, $200. Runway Vetmont jacket, 17,000. Baggy ass pants, 200. New Rock shoes, $2.
I just know the founders of these big brands sit back in their mansions and just look at this and be like, look at these gullible losers, these chumps that fell for our marketing schemes. This man really paid 10 bands, $10,000 to look like a Roblox character from the knees down. And the worst part is, in his head, he thinks he's the freshest thing walking the street. No type of self-awareness whatsoever. And the sad part is some of these big companies are almost...
Hey. You wear your clothes don't wear you, nigga. If he feel clean, that boy feel clean. Let him be clean. Hey, if he feel clean in his Roblox legs, nigga, let him be clean in his Roblox legs, nigga.
Consumerism on their customers. If you've switched iPhones 2 to 3 times in the last decade, then you know how often Apple switches its cable types. We went from having a circular port for headphones to not having a separate headphone port and being forced to use the charging port for headphones as well. Apple then introduced a whole new product, the AirPods, and we went from having the Lightning port to having the USB-C. MacBooks went from using MagSafe to the MagSafe 2. Now they also use USB-C. So you literally can't keep the same Apple product for more than like a year or two before they switch it up on you. And if you go to the Apple store trying to get an authentic old gen charger, they won't even offer it anymore. You either have to order it online or get an off-brand charger that might mess up your iPhone. And not to mention how certain Apple products will start slowing down or acting up once a new product came out. So you literally have to keep consuming and stay up to date with the products to be able to use a brand that already costs thousands of dollars. And because of the way these Apple products are marketed and created in a way where you get certain features with some products and you don't get them with others, so you feel like you have to buy every product along with the aesthetic and trend that's developed with that, you now have people who are making it a goal to attain the Apple ecosystem. Even though, if we're being honest, they don't really need a lot of these products. Consumerism just has them in the chokehold. And I think the people who might take the cake for the most performative consumers are the hygiene addicts. The people that feel like they have to purchase every scent of deodorant, every scent of lotion, 20 different shampoos, 30 different body washes. They have a 50-step skincare routine. Each product costs about $100 or more, by the way. These are usually...
You know, I just had a conversation about this the other day with some people. And, you know, someone that I know, she has like 30 different fragrances. Yeah, that's a lot. One for each season and each occasion. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there that's like that. And I mean, it's a hobby to some people.
Same people who tell you they shower like 3 to 4 times a day, and they look at you weird if you only shower once or twice a day. Now I already see this coming from a mile away. You guys are probably wondering, 40, it's not your money, why do you care how they spend their money? Just mind your own damn business. And for the people who have this mindset, I just want to tell you, you're a part of the problem, because there's a plethora of research showing that high consumers contribute disproportionately to environmental damage by using more resources, producing more waste, and generating more emissions. And this it's not just that, they also contribute to normalizing overconsumption, because now every little girl or mom who sees these videos of these fancy Stanley cups or these fancy kid bathrooms, they're going to be encouraged to do the same thing. People don't pay enough attention to the production, consumption, and disposal cycle, especially for like fast fashion, single-use items, and quickly obsolete electronics. These type of items generate massive amounts of waste. They're literally cooking the environment. Stuff like single-use items is really a recent phenomenon. Up to this point in history, we made stuff to last. Whether it's appliances, clothes, whatever it was, people actually manufactured things to last. For example, when you look at designer brands and you look at their original creations compared to their creations of today, you can clearly see the disparity in quality. Brands used to use real leather that would last for decades. Now a lot of these products are much cheaper material that allow for mass production and have nowhere near the same quality. Another example is cashmere. Cashmere has always been coveted for its warmth and softness, and it's a material where if you take care of it, it'll last for generations. But now you buy a product that's labeled cashmere and it's probably mixed with something else. But all that aside, I'm not trying to control what you spend your hard-earned money on. I really just want to encourage you to be more mindful, because there are a lot of forces that want you to be another cog in this capitalistic society, to be a mindless consumer. And your good old buddy 40 here doesn't want you to be like that. But no, seriously though, there are many people who argue that consumerism is the perfection of slavery.
What this really is the perfection of slavery. What does this phrase mean? The perfection of slavery. Yeah, you become a slave of the money, but what? Why is this perfect? Yes, okay? You understand? If you're a slave, you rebel, right? But if you don't know you're a slave, and you like this, you choose this, then you will never rebel, okay? That's why Francis Fukuyama thinks that consumerism is the end of history, because it is a system that achieves what the elites want, and the masses are unwilling and unable to protest and rebel. Okay, does that make sense?
So all jokes aside, I'm literally trying to free you from a form of slavery. And look, I know right about now some of you guys might be thinking, how can I save myself from consumerism? What's the first step or first couple?
Man, you got two options. You can either choose to be a consumer or be a producer. You know what I'm saying? That's what separates the poor from the wealthy. Pick which one you want to do. That's why, like, even when it comes down to like being a content creator or anything like that, or being a viewer, right? If all you do is scroll and watch and consume content all day, you are a consumer. You are a consumer, bro. You consume and consume and consume, but you will never produce nothing. And then there are niggas getting paid for it. So, yeah, man. It's really simple for real. Pick which one you want to do. It's hard being a consumer. It's hard being a producer. Manage your finances. Calculate your finances like every month at least, just to see where your money is going at. I do that at least once a month to see what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then that will really help you actually get your life back on track. So, yeah, man. With that being said, like, subscribe. I'm out, y'all.
Hey, hold on now. Before you leave, like the video, subscribe. Thank you.
Ain't never seen tears from a gangster, so why the world want me to cry? Fighting depression, talk to them spirits, use them justice that help me get by. But I cannot lie, it, she hurt me bad when I got that call, told me you died. Like how the fuck can they take you? Man, I hope I wake up, it's a lie. Couldn't walk to that hearse car, I remember the words and I remember the look in your eyes.